My Lady and Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, although there are many benefits to society from having clean, healthy, diverse and productive seas, there are many threats to those seas from human activities. To protect the sea and its plants and animals from problems caused by us, and at the same time deliver the benefits to society, such as food, energy and other materials, we need excellent science carried out by dedicated, expert and enthusiastic scientists. It is against this background that I present the honorary graduate, Dr. Angel Borja. Dr. Borja coordinates a large group dedicated to research, monitoring, assessment in the marine environment section of the Basque laboratory ASTI in Spain. He was born in San Sebastian and took his undergraduate, master's and doctorate degrees at the University of the Basque Country. He's been an assistant professor on several MSc and doctoral programs at that university, and a visiting professor at the universities of Navarra in Spain, Ghent in Belgium, and in Panama, and the Polytechnic University of Barcelona. Angel has studied many fields essential for marine environmental management. He has pioneered and developed major techniques and approaches in the integrative assessment of marine and estuarine waters, for integrated coastal zone management, and for implementing European law. He has taken further habitat mapping, biodiversity and economic valuation, and marine spatial planning. By monitoring marine pollution quality, he has studied environmental impacts at levels from the gene to the ecosystems, and methods for the exploitation and management of seaweed, shellfish, and fish resources. Furthermore, as we need to understand the functioning of the environment before we can manage it, Dr. Borja has studied the relationships between oceans, climates, and marine resources. Dr. Borja has been at the forefront in developing indicators of environmental change and their use in national and European legislation. And it is no surprise that these are being adopted globally by environmental protection agencies. As such, Dr. Borja has an outstanding record of disseminating and communicating his science and influencing aquatic science and policy worldwide. In coordinating large research projects and being primarily responsible for attracting several million euros in European and global research, Dr. Borja has helped establish ASTI's extensive research reputation. Importantly, for this university, he has ensured that Hull has been able to play a major role in several of these projects. For example, he coordinates the 12 million euros Devotes project, which includes Hull and which shows the importance of European partnerships in research. Angel has formerly and long been linked to the University of Hull as an associate of the Institute of Estuarine and Coastal Studies. Internationally, Dr. Borja has been a consultant and/or special advisor to many international and national governmental committees, departments, and agencies. He's been a prominent member of Basque, Spanish national, European, and international committees and advisory bodies. This includes his high-profile membership of the Scientific Committee of the European Environment Agency, international committees for the Regional Seas Commissions, and of the International Council for the Exploration of the Sea. Given the international nature of marine science, Dr. Borja has collaborated globally with many scientists in many countries. Angel has always taken an active and influential role to make his research policy relevant. He is also dedicated to the education and training of early career marine scientists through a long-standing series of summer schools, the recent one of which attracted almost 90 participants from 22 countries. He has supervised many PhD students, including some jointly with the University of Hull. Dr. Borja is an editor and on the editorial boards of several highly regarded academic journals, and he has published widely with over 300 scientific contributions, including 11 books. He's been recognized globally as being amongst the top most cited scientists in the fields of marine ecology and environment, and has papers regarded widely as groundbreaking. It is notable that in the last few years, Dr. Borger has published about 20 highly cited papers with Hull scientists, and that some of these contributed towards Hull obtaining a high grade in the recent UK Researcher Excellence Framework, and in the very high grading received by Hull for the societal impact of our research. Dr. Borger has retained his roots in the Basque Country while being globally acknowledged as a scientist and communicator. Despite this, it is likely that his many collaborators worldwide, including those of us in Hull, will not recognize Angel today after swapping his characteristic wide-brimmed leather hat for an academic cap. There. Finally, as you can tell from these few words, Dr. Borger offers us an outstanding example of how scientists should engage in the public debate and not only fulfill, but also shape public policy. We live in an age where science is partly judged for its impact on society. Hence, Angel's career emphasizes why and how interdisciplinary research in an area which is central to Hull's own cross-faculty marine research agenda can achieve such high international recognition and have real influence in today's world. My Lady and Chancellor, I'm delighted today to be able to present Dr. Angel Borger for the award of the degree of Doctor of Science, Honoris Causa.
In recognition of your major contribution to science, and in particular aquatic science, I confer on you the degree of Doctor of Science, Honoris Causa. Present. I confer in absentia the degrees listed in the official record on those graduands who have qualified and are eligible to receive their awards, but are not present. And it now gives me tremendous pleasure to call on our latest and most distinguished honorary graduate, Dr. Angel Borger, to address the congregation.
My Lady and Chancellor, members of the academic staff, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I would first like to thank the University for awarding me the degree of Doctor of Science, Honoris Causa, and Professor Elliott for his extensive citation. When the Vice-Chancellor phoned me to announce this award, my first thought was, whoa, I thought that these awards were always for all scientists. Now, after hearing the citation, I think that I'm really old. However, I'm so honored today that I cannot find the proper words to express my gratitude and appreciation. But this moment is much bigger than me. This moment is for my family and my parents, who worked hard to give me an academic degree, but they were able to give me also a gift for which there is no college degree or high academic school diploma. The knowledge that everything requires hard work and perseverance. This moment is also especially for my wife, Celia, who has been my support and life sour over 39 years. I love you, Celia. Maybe you think that I deserve this award because I have seen farther than others. However, this has been done quoting Bernard of Chartres and Isaac Newton by standing on the shoulders of giants. And these giants are not only highly respected scientists, but also less-known colleagues and friends all around the world, including colleagues from this university like Professor Elliott, and especially from my institute, ASTI, who have worked side by side with me in investigating marine ecosystems. I have learned from them that building multidisciplinary teams is the best way to undertake successful research. During my research life, I have tried to carry out the work needed to solve problems which sometimes come from local institutions, for example, the Basque Water Agency, but also from European or international institutions. In all cases, The best solution I found came from building those multidisciplinary teams, working together within my institute or across geographies. This is especially true in marine research, in which the combined efforts of many teams are necessary to face our current challenges, like climate change, sustainable exploitation of the natural resources, assessment of marine health, marine conservation, and many others. Working in teams has resulted in interesting collaborative papers which are highly cited. I think that this is because in my career I have considered always as a priority to communicate both orally and in writing all results produced by my team. We are not the owners of our results. It's the society, the managers, the stakeholders and end users who must benefit from our findings. I would like also to congratulate the students who have graduated here today from the Faculty of Science and Engineering. You are starting today the path I began to travel 34 years ago, and for sure your families and friends are here proof of you as well as the academic staff of the university. But now you need to leave the student days behind and try to build a brilliant career. I hope that some of you can start doing research in the natural and built environment, and especially in the marine environment, based on what you have learned here in the University of Hull. The oceans have no frontiers, and as such, research should be used in the service of your communities, your countries, and the whole of humanity. In these times of economic crisis, your contribution to the well-being of society is more important than in previous years, and probably the oceans can be an important source of employment for you. By increasing our knowledge about the oceans, by developing new opportunities, by helping to exploit new resources in a sustainable way, I sincerely think that you can have a magnificent and rewarding future. However, remember the lessons that I have learned from my parents and my colleagues. Everything requires hard work and perseverance, and it is better to build teams to work in an efficient and effective way. I conclude, my Lady and Chancellor, by extending every good wish to the continued success of this university, a sentiment I know will be shared by the new graduates and all people here present today. I'm proud to say that I'm now an ambassador of your university. Thank you very much again.